We live in a time where we have access to all the information, all the knowledge, all the tools, all the resources, and it's right there at our fingertips. We live in a time and a world that suffers from information overload, and we happily consume and consume and consume. And we've become so accustomed to using our brain, our mind, to process everything. We take things in with the mind, but then what? It's really rare that we bring it fully down into the body, that we really do anything with it, that we embody it. We consume a lot: books, podcasts, TED Talks, blog posts, YouTube videos, courses. There are so many teachings out there, and we consume, but we really rarely take the time to digest all of this, to apply it to ourselves and to our lives, and to actually embody it. Intellectual knowledge that isn't practiced, applied through your body, experienced and embodied, is only good for one thing: mental masturbation. So it is so important that you bring the work into your body, that you create these embodied experiences with it. It's great to read and to take notes and to listen to and re-listen to teachings. It's great to gather intellectual information. But what is more important is that you actually start living the teachings, that you bring it from your head and down into your body and actually start bringing awarenesses, these tools and these practices into your lived experience. Otherwise, this work really does just become mental masturbation. So many people, they know this stuff at an intellectual level. They can talk about it. Oh, can they talk about it? They can quote quotes from books and from TED Talks, all the teachers. They can tell all their friends about it. They can even teach and run workshops about it. And many they do. So many people, they actually teach this work, but they teach it from the mind. They teach about it from the theoretical standpoints, the theoretical frameworks, but you can actually feel when somebody's not embodied in their teachings, when they don't have that level of foundation, that level of integrity in it. It's rare that people actually live and practice these things, really truly live it in their day-to-day. It's really rare that people actually do the work of applying it to themselves, incorporate all the wisdom and the teachings that they pick up into their lives, where it changes their thinking and their behavior at those fundamental deep levels, where it changes the energetic patterns and therefore their way of showing up in the world. Or maybe they only take the good things, the things that feel good and are easy to apply, and they only apply those things. So many people, they do this too. The whole think positive movement, affirmations, and feel good only approach to life is a brilliant example of this. But this won't create real transformation. If you only take the easy bits and you leave out everything else, you won't see much of a difference in your life. Working with a professional who doesn't work with you to face the dark in you head on won't help you achieve true results, those results that you actually crave. Because see, the mind, the intellectual side in us, really struggles with the darkness. It struggles with the heavier aspects of life. We want the feel good and the easy because it's easily digestible for our minds and for our egos. But this is how we stay stuck. We stay stuck in our heads and we get stuck in our stories. And we end up becoming disconnected from ourselves and from our bodies and from life, because we are afraid to sink into our bodies, into the more primal feelings. Because our emotions and everything that's raw and tender, it actually lives down in the body. We don't want to do the hard work of actually applying these teachings to our lives, to exploring these vulnerable sensations. It's easier to just talk about everything that we've learned, what we've read or what we've heard, without actually applying it, without shining that light within to see, where is our energy stuck? Where does this apply to me? As humans, we have this tendency to take things in with the mind, to read something or to listen to something and then just take it in intellectually and then repeat it to others. And oh boy, do we love repeating what we've just learned. I have the answers, everybody. Listen to me. I've just read this new book or discovered this new teaching. I have finally found the Holy Grail. We're so happy to talk and talk and talk about the thing without actually doing anything real and lasting to transform it. Notice if you see somebody talking and talking and talking about something new that they've discovered, some new transformational tool, but their life doesn't actually change. The energy doesn't actually match what they're saying. And then notice the other people who you find really inspiring. They're rarely talking about what it is that they're doing. They're just living it. They're embodying it. It's one of the concerns that you should have when it comes to talk therapy or any talk modality. Because if you just keep rehashing the thing in your head and recycling the information, you really just are practicing this mental masturbation. It's not going to go anywhere. You're just recycling the energy in your system. You have to bring it from the head and down into your body. You have to apply it. You have to live it experientially. You have to experience it through your body, through your senses, through your life. Allow it to move through you. This is also what you do when you process emotions. You don't just talk about them. You actually feel them. You allow them to move through, ripple through your body and to ring and to ring and to ring, no matter how painful, until it's all wrung out. This is how true and lasting transformation, it comes about. Information, it builds on itself. But if you don't internalize it, your life will just stay the same. You're going to keep looking for more information, for new information, more books, new teachers, new teachings. And you're going to spend your life searching for the answers when the answer is right in front of you, or should I say right inside of you. My work and working with me is all about this. Having someone help guide you inward so you can move further in your outer life. Someone who's with you every single step of the way. Someone who's not going to let you just stay stuck up in your head, but actually process everything. Someone who points you back to what is true and real when you get swept up in your story and in your mind. Having someone help you apply all of this information and to help you pick out what's real and what's relevant. Because we do live in a world of information. You do have access to all of the information. And like I said, we consume and we consume and we consume because we're information bingers. More, give me new. But very few actually stop up to say, hey, let me just digest this. Let me just be with this. Let me slow down enough to really take this in. Let me integrate these new awarenesses. Without that, we just keep repeating those same spirals and cycles, feeling more and more and more frustrated. That mental masturbation, it doesn't lead to anything real. And I bet if you're listening to this, you want something more. You want something real. You want something true. So it's time for you to actually make that decision to get out of your head and to start applying the tools and knowledge to your life. And then if this is something that you want help with, then I say subscribe or reach out via the links below, because this is definitely something that I can help you with and would love to. Getting you out of the head, down into your body, learning to actually apply all the tools so you don't need to go out and learn or read new things constantly, but actually make that real and true and lasting transformation.